And great to see everybody. What an awesome crew this morning, you guys. This is awesome. All right, go ahead and just find yourself a nice, comfortable position on the back body, just wherever you would like. Maybe using a blanket or a pillow or anything at all underneath the head, if that makes things a little bit more comfortable, whatever works for you. So just get nice and comfortable. Have your coffee handy if you'd like. So find a nice spot on the back body. And yeah, I'm just gonna use a blanket underneath my head. And then just extend the feet out and open up the hands and just close the eyes and just begin to breathe. Just begin to feel the breath moving in through the nose, into the belly, and just let it go. A few times, just like that. Just watch the breath travel in through the nose, into the belly. And then just let it go. Just feel yourself softening into the mat. Just feel the shoulders melt open, the heart melt open. Just let everything go. Just begin to notice where the body is this morning. Just notice the condition of the body. If there is a spot for space in the body, if there is a place to just let go of tension, just notice how the body is feeling and then begin to send the breath there. Begin to deepen the breath and just send it to that space in the body, wherever it may be. Just let go. Just notice that tension just melting away as you exhale. Just envision the breath coming in, going to wherever that tension may be, and as you exhale, just letting it go. Softening. Same thing, the mind. Notice where the mind is this morning. Notice what is on the mind. And send the breath there. Notice if there's any tension, anything that we're holding on to. And just begin to send the breath to that place, wherever it may be. And soften. Let it go. Whatever display is playing on the mind this morning, just let the breath come there. Just begin to soften it and slow the thoughts and just let go. Be here now. Let the breath begin to sound almost like an ocean, that Ujjayi pranayama breath. So like we're fogging a mirror with the lips sealed. Just breathe in through the nose, feel it come into the belly, through the heart. Lips remain sealed as we exhale and soften. Let that ha sound kind of begin at the back of the throat. Just take a couple of breaths just like this. And continuing that audible breath, let's find some movement in the hands and the wrists. Spreading the fingers out wide. Begin to roll the ankles a few times. Just find some movement in the body. Take a full body stretch when you're ready. Nice big full body stretch. Oh. And then exhale, just lift the hands up and overhead and float them down by the sides of the body. Just take a pause. Just take another breath in. Feel how the body feels. Any tension, send it to that space and just let go. Just melt as you exhale. And bend the knees. Bend the knees. Place the soles of the feet on the earth for a moment. Just lift up the hips gently and then place them a little bit closer to the feet. And so really lengthen through the back body. And then notice the neck. Notice if we can lengthen out through the back of the neck just a little bit as well, if the neck's crunched up. Just find that space and then gently back and forth with the knees. Just go ahead and let them windshield wiper back and forth. And then pause, let the knees come up into center and pull the knees in towards the chest. Just take a nice big hug, little rock back and forth, little roll on the low back a couple times in one direction. Change the direction, couple rolls in the opposite way. And then open up the arms out to a T. Open them up and let the knees fall over towards the right. Sorry, P. Let the knees fall to the right. And then take the gaze and just begin to look to the sky and then over towards the left. And over towards the right again. So just move the neck back and forth a few times. As long as that feels okay on the neck. Just nice and slow. Nice and easy going with it. You can move the wrists if you'd like as well. Make a couple of fists. And then pause, just find stillness and inhale, bring the knees up through center. Take a moment, just kind of rock back and forth and really lengthen out through the spine. And then let the knees fall over towards the left. And the gaze comes to the sky to begin with. Just find that twist, let the right shoulder melt deeply, and then same thing, you can bring the gaze back and forth if that feels good. Back and forth. Move the wrists again, maybe stretch the fingers out a little bit, whatever feels good. And then pause, just let the gaze come towards the sky. Just again, really nice and heavy with that right shoulder. And on a breath in, bring the knees back up through center. Bring them back up through center. Just pause for a moment, rock back and forth. Keep the right knee in towards the chest. Just interlace the fingers up on top of the right knee and extend that left leg all the way out. So pull the right knee in and just begin to roll through the right ankle a few times. Change directions, go both directions with it. Lift that foot up towards the sky. Go ahead and take a breath in and point through the right toe. And exhale, flex. Point and flex. One more time. Use the breath to really soften through it. And then bend through the knee. Go ahead and bring the right foot onto the inside of the left thigh. And then bring the palms onto the hips. Just ask both hips to really stay grounded. So we're coming into a reclined tree pose here. Lift the hands up just like you would in tree and bend the elbows into a goalpost arm or a cactus arm. Let the shoulders just melt. Let the heart open. Take a full breath right here. Let it go. Interlace the fingers. Flip them up towards the sky. Flip them back behind us. And then release, roll the wrist. Let's bring the hands down and just guide that knee back up through center. Let's tug it in one more time in towards the chest. Right knee comes into the chest just one more time. And then we're actually going to bend through the left knee. Cross the right foot up and over the top of the left thigh. And reach through and go ahead and take a hip opener to begin with. Let's just start. So reach the hands through between that little triangle part between the legs. Reach through, grasp onto the back of the left thigh. There we go. Perfect. And then release that left foot down, uncross the right foot, and just shake it out. Windshield wiper those knees back and forth. Go ahead, take a pause. Let's bring both knees in towards the chest. Nice hug. Rock it out. And keep that left knee in. We're going to extend the right leg out this time. Left knee stays in towards the chest. Just interlace the fingers up on top of that left knee. Roll the left ankle a few times. And roll it out. Lift the foot up towards the sky. Go ahead, interlace the fingers back behind the leg. Inhale, take a point. Exhale, take a flex. Just go really gentle with this. You don't have to do anything too extreme, just so that we're kind of waking up that leg. Couple times, just move with the breath. And then let's re-bend the knee and find that reclined tree pose again. So the left foot is going to come onto the inside of the right thigh. And then just bring the hands on top of the thighs again, or on top of the hips, I should say, and just take a breath in here. And as you exhale, really envision both hips just melting into the earth. Lift the hands up and overhead. Again, find your goalpost or your cactus arm in your tree pose this morning. Just breathe. Interlace the fingers up overhead. Stretch it out. Reach, 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 reach. And then release. You can roll the wrist a little bit. Guide that knee up through center. Gonna pull it back in towards the chest. And then bend the right knee so that the sole of the right foot comes onto the earth, and cross the left foot up and over. And that gentleman style pose or figure four, and then reach through and grasp onto the back of the right leg. Reach between the legs and grasp onto the back of the right leg. Maybe roll the ankle a few times again if that feels good. Whatever movement feels nice to you. Bring it on down, uncross the foot. Just windshield wiper those guys out. Windshield wiper things out. And bring the knees both back up into center. Rock it back and forth a little bit. Reach the feet up. Grasp onto those toes or the outsides of the feet or the outsides of the thighs, but come into happy baby pose. And You can rock your happy baby pose this morning. Oh, massage the back still a little bit. Notice the neck. Make sure that we're still nice and long through the back of the neck. And also notice the shoulders. See if we can get the shoulders nice and heavy here so that we're really feeling a nice opening. And then bring those feet together. Go ahead and run the hands down the back of the legs. Your choice. You can either rock up to a seated position if you'd like, or roll over to the side body. So, your choice. If it's okay on the back, just give a few rocks. Feels kind of nice. And if the back body is hurting this morning and not feeling that, that's okay. Come over to the side body and just make your way up. Come on up. Just find a nice seated position. You're welcome to use a blanket if you'd like to, or a bolster or a pillow. Sometimes that's a nice way to get just a little lift, let the knees melt down. Mary, I didn't realize it was you at first. So good to see you. Hello. So go ahead, just let the shoulders melt down. We're twins. Let the shoulders melt down. Go ahead, just close the eyes for a moment and just feel a nice lift coming through the crown of the head. Just envision the crown of the head lifting as you breathe in. Just feel that lift through the spine. Exhale, let it go. Breathe and bring the hands up towards the sky. Get a nice lift and twist it out. Let's take a twist all the way over towards the right. Reach our little gecko fingers behind us. Nice upper back body twist. Take a couple moments here. Just really get in there. And then gently unwind. Plant the left hand beside us and reach up with the right. Nice side body stretch here. Float that hand down and let's go ahead and lift the hands again. And take our twist over towards the left. Roll that left shoulder up and back. Little gaze behind us. Unwind. Go ahead and unwind. Plant the right hand, lift up with the left. Lift up with the left, nice side body stretch. And float it on down. And we're gonna reach the feet forward. So go ahead and reach the feet forward. Maybe kind of move that cushion of the rump out from underneath us a little bit. Lift up with the heart. Let's take a forward fold. Just really nice and gentle this morning. Just let the head completely go. Really nice and long through the spine. Nice and long through the spine. And then just gently wind it up. Gently go ahead and wind it up. Just take a nice big breath here. Just kind of roll the shoulders a couple of times back. Roll the shoulders forward. And then just keep that right leg forward. We're going to bring the left foot in. Go ahead and bring the left foot in. And just take a nice big breath in. Exhale. Just take a forward fold over that right leg. Take a forward fold over the right leg. And then gently go ahead, bring it up. This is a little different than what we've done before, but kind of bring that right leg over just a little bit so we're a little bit more open. We're going to plant the left hand and then lift up and take a side body stretch just right here. Just see if that feels okay. So kind of tough to see with Petey right here, but almost come up onto the knee. Lift on up. There we go. So planting that left hand, a little different. Go ahead and sit back down. Go ahead and just sit it back down. Very nice, very nice. And just reach the feet out. Let's change feet up. So bring the right foot in. Extend that left foot out. Petey, come here, Petey. Why don't we stand right here for this one? And lift the belly, lift the heart. Exhale. Let's take a forward fold over the left leg this time. And gently roll it up. Kind of open the left leg up a little bit more. I'm going to plant the right hand just right here beside me. I'm going to kind of lift up onto the knee. Just plant the foot down and then take a side body stretch. Little different. And then just go ahead and release. Bring the feet back forward again, just both of them forward again. Lift up through the belly, lift up through the heart. Exhale, take a forward fold. Once again, over both legs. And gently rise it up. See if we can cross the legs in the opposite position of how they were crossed before. To be perfectly honest with you, today I am not sure. So that's okay if that's the case. And again, I love sitting up on a little something. It just makes the crossed legs so much more gentle. So just food for thought. Nice to have a pillow handy sometimes, or just something to try. Doesn't work for everybody, but sometimes it's nice. So let's go ahead, take that right ear over towards the right shoulder. Just take a couple of nods. Gently roll that chin all the way forward. Oh, goodness. It is a good day for some neck work. Just let it fall over towards the left. And as we're doing this, just envision the right shoulder getting nice and heavy. And gently bring that chin on forward. All the way over. Again, towards the right. So ears over towards the right. Let's envision this left shoulder pushing back a little bit. You can even drop the hand down. Push that shoulder back. You can push the fingers into the earth. Pull that shoulder back. Really get a nice stretch through the neck there. And release the hand. Release the shoulder. Roll it on forward. Roll it on forward. Same thing. Over towards the left. Just let that ear drop over towards the left. I'm going to drop my right hand down onto the mat. Push my right shoulder back. Really get a nice stretch going through the neck there. And then just release the hand and bring it back up onto the thigh. I'm going to roll the chin forward and just have the chin down towards the chest. And just pause right here. Kind of push the shoulders back still a little bit. Still sit up nice and tall. But be able to feel a nice stretch through the spine. And then roll the chin up. Just let the chin fall back. Let the gaze come up towards the sky for a moment. Just take a big breath in here. And then lift the gaze back up towards the horizon. I don't know, towards me, I guess. All right, and then just roll those shoulders a couple times again. Just kind of roll that out. Roll it on out. On, if you'd like to, just take one nice big full circle with the neck. Nice big full circle. Make sure to change the direction. Go in that opposite direction of your circle. Nice big circle. Oh, that feels so much better. All right. And let's come forward. when you're ready, take your time. Enjoy those neck rolls as long as you'd like, and then come on to the hands and knees. And if you need a blanket or anything under the knees, go ahead and use one. And open up the hands. And then begin to move through some cat-cows. Lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. Breathe it in. Exhale, round. Go back to igniting that ujjayi breath as you move. Move with the breath. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. Exhale, round. And really let your breath be audible, especially if you're at home and have no worries about people being around you. Just be as loud as you'd like to be with your breath. Just really feel it. Feels really, really nice. Take a full breath in through the nose as we round, open mouth, exhale. Even stick the tongue out and do a little lion's breath here. Breathe in. Let it go. And then just come back to a neutral spine. Let's exhale and send the hips on back. Just make our way into a child's pose. I'm going to open up the knees a little bit. Let the belly, let the chest fall between everything. Let the forehead come onto the mat. Bring the hands back behind us. And just really let the shoulders open up and just envision them kind of parting away from the spine here. Just using gravity. So just a child's pose, but the hands are back behind us and the palms are facing towards the sky. Couple breaths. And then reach those hands back up, and reach. Lift the elbows up off of the earth. So really reach the hands forward, elbows are lifted. So we're really getting a nice stretch through the shoulders, and then kind of push the elbows down. Should really open up between the shoulder blades here. And then go ahead, make your way back up in towards table. Back in towards table. Bring the heart on down and scooch the hips back. And we're going to focus on those shoulder blades. I'm going to face forward to everybody. So bring the hands right out about elbows width distance apart. Little lift through the heart and dip that right shoulder forward. Dip it on down and then opposite. Go with the left. So just back and forth in your serpent pose. Few times. And then just bring the belly on down. Reach the right hand out. Right hand's gonna reach out. Just plant that left hand into the earth and just kind of roll up onto the right hand side of the body so that you're really getting a nice stretch here through that right shoulder. If it feels okay, you can kind of take the gaze up towards the sky and then down a little bit. Just go real gentle, but you can get a little additional neck work in there. And then gently come back down onto the belly. We're going to change sides. So reach the left hand out, little right pinky or right fingers are going to go into the earth. And roll up onto that left arm. Oh my goodness. And again, if it feels good, you can kind of gently go side to side on the neck. Very gentle though. Little additional neck stretch. Don't go crazy with it though. And then gently come back down. I'm gonna reach both fingers or both hands underneath the elbows again and kind of move through serpent pose one more time. Kind of work that out just a little bit. Oh my goodness. And then just bring the chest down. Bring the elbows underneath the shoulders. Make your way up into Sphinx pose. So in your Sphinx pose, let's go ahead, let's open up the legs if the low back does not feel good. So it's kind of hard to see where I'm at right now, but either open up the legs if the low back is tight, doesn't feel good, or if it feels great, go ahead and seal those legs up. But let's go ahead, let's take a gaze out over towards the right. And then kind of move the chin down towards the chest, kind of roll the head a little bit. Almost like we were doing neck rolls, little half moons, and then just gaze out over towards the left. And then just kind of back and forth with the neck. Just some little rolls. You can roll the head all the way around if that feels good, all the way. Nice big circle. Same thing, opposite direction. And then just gently come back down. Let's push our way back through table. Back through table. Your choice, either stay right here in table or tuck those toes and push your way into downward facing dog. In your down dog, really begin to feel the mat underneath the hands. So open up the palms nice and wide. You can gaze out down towards the palms. I like for the index finger to be parallel with the sides of my mat. So your pointer finger straight up and down the sides of the mat and really begin to push into the palm. So rather than the weight being in the wrist, really distribute it into the fingers, into the knuckle area of the palm. And then walk your dog out a little bit. Just tread one knee at a time. And if down dog does not feel good, you can just do in table this morning and just walk your table out. Your choice. Just see what feels good to you. Shake the neck out here a little bit, guys. Shake it all out. Walk everything out. Shake it out. Kind of shake the hips from side to side a little bit. Bend one knee, shift the hips, opposite. And then just gently walk your way to the front of your mat. Come into a forward fold. Let everything just hang nice and loosely. Let it all go. Really lengthen through the spine here. You can grasp onto opposite elbows. Let everything just hang. Let gravity do the work here. Let it go. And release the hands. Nice bend into the knees. Flat back. Let's rise all the way up. Lift the hands, lift the gaze. And exhale, bring the hands into heart center. It's Pete. I see Pete. Hi, buddy. Go ahead. Lift the hands, lift the gaze. Breathe in. Nice big breath. Exhale, forward, fold it out. Hands to the shins. Lengthen through the back of the legs here. Kind of push the shoulders back as we do this. Exhale, forward fold. Little bend in the knees, push into the soles of the feet, rise all the way up, breathe. Exhale, hands, heart center. Let's add on a little bit to our flow here. So lift the hands, lift the gaze, interlace the fingers, extend just the pointer fingers out, interlace the rest of the fingers. Take your nice tilt over towards the left. Pete. There you go. Or excuse me, over towards the right. And then over towards the left. Back through center. Just gaze up towards the sky. Release the hands. Forward, fold it out. Forward, fold it out. Palms to the shins. Lengthen through the back of the body. Exhale, fold. Little bend into the knees. Step back with keep the right foot forward. Step back with the left leg. Sorry, guys. Go ahead and bring the left knee down. Just to really feel really nice and stretched in this lunge this morning. See if you can get a forward tilt going with that left leg. So notice if it's straight up and down, which is fine. But see if you can ask for a little bit of a forward tilt with the left leg. Nice big stretch there. Nice big stretch. And then we're actually going to just transition right here into a pigeon pose if you can. So kind of a little different way to get into it. But if you just walk that foot over just a little bit, let the knee gently make its way down. Keep that leg extended, scooch the leg back just a little bit, and then melt down, making our way into pigeon. So if this is just not feeling good this morning, rather than going into pigeon, you can just walk the hands onto the inside of the right foot and just roll a little bit maybe onto the outside of the right foot. So let that be an option as well. So either take your time and transition into pigeon, or just roll to the outside of the foot. I hope everybody's feeling okay with this. So your choice. And then if you're in pigeon, or if the foot is rolled on. So if you're in pigeon, let's go ahead and just bring the hands back into the mat. Lift up with the heart. Tuck through that left toe. Lift up with the left knee. And we're going to step back. Maybe just lift up with the foot. Stack it if you'd like to. Bring it back. If you are not in pigeon, and you just have the foot rolled, go ahead. Kind of same thing. Come back onto the sole of the foot. Tuck through the left toe. Lift up with the knee. And let's all just go ahead and meet in downward facing dog. Wherever you're at. Wherever you're at. Gaze up to the front of the mat. Just tippy toe up. All the way up to our forward fold. Let the head go. Kind of rock it out a little bit. A little bend into the knees. Rise all the way up. Hands to heart center. Let's go ahead and make our way into tree pose, guys. We had the reclined tree pose, and I think that we are due for a standing tree pose as well. So I'm going to get nice and solid in that, maybe. Nice and solid in my left leg and lift with the right. Find a place. Just make sure that it is not on the inside of the knee. So be cautious on that. But find a nice spot that works for you. And then maybe lift up the hands up to the sky. You can let the shoulders melt a little bit. Just become whatever tree you would like to be. Very nice, everybody. Very, very, very nice. Bring it on down. Go ahead. Kind of walk it out a little bit. Let's flow. Let's lift through the palms. Lift the gaze. Breathe it in. Exhale, forward fold. Palms to the shins, find some length. Exhale, let's step back this time with the the right leg. Keep the left leg forward. Take your time, bring that right knee down, nice little forward tilt. Ankle underneath the shin, take your time for a moment here. And then from this spot, your choice, either bring the hands onto the inside of the foot and just open up the foot a little bit if that feels good, kind of get a hip opener that way. Or other option, transition into pigeon pose from here. So walk the foot kind of all the way over. Scooch back with the hip a little bit and come forward and melt your way down. So just one more option of getting into pigeon pose. It's a little different than what we normally do, but kind of fun to mix things up sometimes, just a little bit. Let go wherever you're at. And then take your time. Bring the hands back onto the mat, whether you just rolled onto the outside of the foot or whether you're in pigeon. And if you're rolled onto the outside of the foot, bring the sole of the foot back onto the earth. If you're in pigeon, lift up with the heart. Let's all tuck through that right toe. Lift up with the right knee. Woo! Go ahead. Send that leg back. Send that left foot back. Downward facing dog. This time, walk your hands back towards the feet. Walk them back towards the feet. Little bend in the knees, rise all the way up. And then let's get our tree pose on, opposite side here this morning. So get nice and strong through the right leg. Lift up with that left foot, wherever you would like it to be. Use a still point. Clearly, I'm not a good still point to use. Just find a still point, whatever works for you. Let your tree grow. Nice, strong tree. Very nice, you guys. Beautiful. And then bring it on down. Release it out. Let's go ahead and just one more sun salutation. We're going to flow, lift, breathe in. And exhale, forward fold. Lift the hands to the shins, lengthen. Exhale, fold it out. Step back one foot at a time into down dog. Shake the hips a little bit. Bring the knees down onto the earth. Oh, just roll on up. And then come onto the back body. Take your time. Take your time. Get as comfy as you'd like. Have your blanket nearby. Whatever you'd like for your Savasana this morning. And maybe just allow yourself a few moments of whatever closing posture you would like. If there's anything, hi Catherine. If there's anything special you would like, go ahead and take it. Just soles of the feet together sounds wonderful for me this morning, but whatever you would like, just for a few moments. And when you're ready, you can just open up the arms, let the hands face the sky, open up the legs, and just take your time, make your way into your final pose, your Savasana. And just let yourself be in your Savasana for several minutes this morning, just absorbing the benefits of our practice and letting everything go. Just return to melting back into the mat. Notice the breath and notice the mind. Again, just be here now for a moment. And then let the breath go. Just return to your normal state of breath for your Savasana and just allow yourself to be. Tongue falls away from the roof of the mouth. Eyes soften, just let everything go. And again, just stay here for several minutes this morning. And I am so grateful to have everybody join me this morning. Really nice crew. Good to see everybody. And I look forward to seeing everyone next week. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Thank you, Summer.
Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye.